Good morning, Manya.
Good morning, ma'am.
All of you, take out your social studies books and copies also.
Ma'am, what we will do today?
Beta, we are going to do chapter reading today. We are going to start new chapter. Shaurya Tyagi. Sorry, beta, I think you joined wrong link. Yes, all of you get ready. Open your cameras first of all, then I'll start teaching. And who is this Shaurya Tyagi? Only Manya is there in the class with her.
Ma'am, which page number we have to open?
You have to open page number 43 of your books, but before opening page number 43, you have to open the cameras of your Zoom, of your mobiles, of your laptops. Hurry up, open children. I'll not start the class. Very good, Adya Singh. Yuvraj, are you opening your camera? And who is this 350 Pooja Gupta?
Ma'am, she is Shali Gupta.
Shali Gupta, open your camera. I'll start removing students who are not opening their cameras. It's okay even if 2 students are there in the class. Manya, what about other students? Aradhya, Akshaj, Vedanshu, are they not attending their classes today?
Ma'am, Akshar was doing the classes. He was in the previous class, and Vedanshu also was in the first class. Ma'am, Aradhya, I think she was in the previous class.
I can see day by day 4th A strength is falling down. It's coming down. I don't know why students have stopped attending the classes from 4th A. Okay. What we'll do is we'll start to read the chapter. We are going to learn about different water bodies. In this chapter, what are we going to learn? We are going to learn about different water bodies. Now, what are different water bodies? Can any one of you name any water bodies? What are water bodies? Yes.
Ma'am, in my book, it is water bodies.
What?
Ma'am, water bodies is the 9th chapter in my book.
Okay, beta, I think you're using old book. It's no problem. In the new book, it is chapter 7. In old books, it is chapter number 9 on page number 55 in the old books, right? Even I have the old book. What are water
Yes, ma'am, it is 55.
Yes. Now tell me, what are water bodies? What is a water body? Yes, Shelly Gupta.
Ma'am, water bodies are like so. Ma'am, water places like oceans, seas, lakes.
Very good. Very nice. Any body of water, big or small, is called a water body. It can be a pond, it can be a lake, it can be as big as an ocean, it can be a reservoir, anything, any body of water, whether it is big or it is small, it is called a water body. Now, to name a few water bodies, what all water bodies can you name? We can name so many water bodies like oceans, like seas, rivers. Yes, we know what these water bodies are. We have heard about oceans. Have you heard about oceans?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
Who is saying my voice is not coming? Who's Shelly Gupta?
It is okay now.
Okay, those who have network issues can close your cameras. Those who have network issues, now you can close your cameras. Okay, just try to listen to what I'm saying. We have heard about so many water bodies like oceans, seas, rivers, lakes. Yes? Now, in this chapter, we are going to learn about two more water bodies, that is a strait and a bay. Now, what strait is, we are going to see. What a bay is, we are going to see. We know all other water bodies, right? We have heard of rivers, we have heard of lakes, oceans, seas, but we have never heard of bays and straits. So let us learn about all these water bodies. Now, starting from the largest water body amongst all, and we will move to the smaller ones. This is how we are going to move ahead in this chapter. So let's have a little reading first by Manya. Manya, beta, start reading.
Okay, ma'am. Chapter 7, water bodies. We have learned that
No, let's learn
water
about.
corners.
Beta, let's.
Ma'am, let's learn about ocean of the world. Second, water body, ocean, seas, lakes and rivers. Third, some other water bodies. We have learned the water corners most of the Earth's surface. The Earth is the only planet where water can be found in its liquid state. Let let us now learn about the large and small water bodies of the Earth. Oceans. An ocean is a large.
That's all. Now, all of us know that 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water. Now, what are these? How it is covered with water? By these oceans, seas, lakes, etc. They form the 75% of. They cover the 3/4 of the Earth's surface. These water bodies only. Those who have joined now, open your books to page number 43.
What we are doing?
We are,
page number 43.
beta, we have started new chapter, water bodies. Now, Earth is the only planet of all the planets in the solar system. Earth is the only planet where water is found in its liquid state. Else, in no other planet, water is found. Now, let us learn about large and small water bodies on the Earth. Now, starting with a very big water body, that is oceans. Oceans are What? They are large and deep areas.
Yeah, the largest water body.
Yes, the largest water body. Larger than the seas, larger than rivers, lakes, or any other water body. Oceans are? Yes.
Ma'am, can I read oceans?
Yes, now Shelly Gupta will read.
Okay, ma'am. Chapter 7, water bodies. An ocean is a large and deep area of water. The water in an ocean is salty. There are 5 oceans in the world. They are Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, and the Southern Ocean.
Yes, very nice. These are what? These are different oceans. There are 5 oceans in the world. In the whole world, we have just 5 oceans. Now, what are these? You have to underline the names of all these 5 oceans.
Okay, ma'am.
The Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Arctic Ocean, and the Southern Ocean.
Ma'am, the Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean.
Yes, it is the largest ocean on the earth.
Ma'am, we have to.
Now, next, Mubashira, read facts about oceans. What happened, Mubashira?
Facts about ocean. The
Okay,
parent
very nice.
ocean is largest in the world. Atlantic Ocean is the second largest. The marine terrestrial in the Pacific Ocean, it is a deep point on the Earth's surface. All the oceans are common to
They are connected. Connected to each other.
Connected to each other in some way. Over the other. Food. The Arctic Ocean is the most covered in ice during winter. Vessels are formed due to the effects of wind on water. Earthquakes under the water led to formation to hug date. Was called tsunically that it can cause a lot of damage. That's a tsunami. Oceans are home to many marine creatures such as whales.
Many marine creatures.
Many creatures such as whale, dolphin, shark, octopus, and crabs. Thank you.
Okay. Now, we learn so many facts about oceans. Now, what are these facts? They are, the Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean in the world. Now, you can be asked a question in your exams, which is the largest ocean? It is the Pacific Ocean. Then, the Atlantic Ocean is after Pacific Ocean. Yes, it is the second largest after the Pacific Ocean. Then there is one point in the Pacific Ocean which is the deepest point on the Earth's surface.
Mariana Trench.
Yes. The deepest point on the Earth's surface is the Mariana Trench, which is in the Pacific Ocean.
Yes.
Then all the oceans are connected to each other in some way or the other. They all are interconnected. Yes?
Ma'am, what is whirlpool?
Whirlpool?
Ma'am, WHIRPOOL. Whirlpool.
Whirlpool. Now whirlpool. Where did you find this word, beta? Whirlpool.
See.
Okay, let me just find out what whirlpool is. Whirlpool meaning. Even I don't know what the meaning is. Okay, a quickly rotating mass of water into a sea or a river in which objects may be drawn, typically caused by meeting of conflicting currents. A heated pool in which hot aerated water is continuously served. Okay, have you seen this part in any river? Obviously, we must not have seen it live, but in videos or something, that there is a portion in rivers or seas or oceans when water is rotating and things go and fall into it. In a river only, I'll show you in this thing, a video. Just wait.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, you are muted.
Yes, beta, I know I'm muted because I'm trying to play that video for you all.
Okay, ma'am.
Now we have to see what a whirlpool is. See, everybody will see whirlpool.
Ma'am, in the PTM of tomorrow will be classes.
No, there'll be no classes tomorrow. Now, beta, I can't see any video on YouTube to show you of a whirlpool. There is no video as such that is given. You have to see it yourself only. I can share pictures with you. I'll only be able to share a picture with you of what a whirlpool is. Yes, now see, all of you see. See, this kind of a thing, it is called a whirlpool, wherein the water is it is like a quickly rotating mass of water into a river or a sea, into which even objects can be drawn. It is very risky. Suppose if we go near to this whirlpool, what will happen? We will sink into it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, the suction is so high that anything that comes near to it goes inside it.
Ma'am, like water tornado. Water tornado.
Water?
Ma'am, the second picture of whirlpool is like a storm of water.
Yes, it is like that. And it is not on every place in the seas or oceans, but somewhere this kind of a whirlpool is formed. Now, why it is formed, there is some reason for it, scientific reason for it. That I don't.
Ma'am, naturistic reason.
Which reason?
Ma'am, nature
Yes.
reason.
Yes. Now, what reason? Now, see, the biggest whirlpools. Now, see, can you see this? these ships are going near to it.
Ma'am, if the ship is falling into it.
Yes, it can
Yes,
fall
ma'am.
into it. If they'll fall into it, nothing will be saved. It will all be drawn into it. Let's see if it is playing or not.
Ma'am, ad.
Yes, there is an ad.
What happens if a ship falls into a big whirlpool? Whirlpools, how dangerous can they be? How deadly are they for human beings? How destructive are they for vessels?
Now see, can you see this?
Ships, boats, or even barges in? Could whirlpools suck ships?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now it is.
Do they pose a danger only?
They're saying the whirlpools suck ships.
You can see how the rafter
Fisher got sucked in by a powerful current that the athlete had the bad luck to encounter when descending the Congo River as part of a Red Bull sponsored competition. Fisher, a world-class athlete, had a run-in with the
No one can survive from
This is not among the most dangerous whirlpools that exist on our planet.
No
and
one
far
can?
from the most dangerous whirlpools that are
And no one can survive from
They tried home what one of the
No,
world's
no
top
one can.
rafting
If you
pros
actually
barely
come
managed to
near
escape
to it,
from,
you will be
and that was
sucked
even with
inside
the
it.
help of others.
It has got
There are
great
whirlpools
traction.
much more dangerous than
No
along
one
the
can be
Congo
saved.
River.
Ma'am, where is it?
Water pose a
Now
threat
it is-
not only to
it is there
people,
in
but
seas
even
and
heavier
oceans.
objects.
See, they're
A
saying
boat,
no,
a yacht,
boat,
a ship,
yacht,
a
ships,
barge,
they all
even
can
giant
sink
vessels
into
can
it.
face destruction if any of them separate.
Ma'am, we need to see whirlpools from far away to save our life.
But it cannot be seen.
कितना मैदा कितनी शुगर
It is lost in the waves of
ये
water.
है ना
It can't be very clearly
separately
seen.
or together are sucked into
It
one of
can be
these
seen
real
from
aquatic
great
monsters.
height. It
But
can
let's
only be
start by
seen,
taking a look at whirlpools
figured out
themselves,
from great
at what
height.
they are, how they arise,
But if you are at the
and
same
what
level,
real
you
danger
won't be
and
able to come to
destructive
know
force
that
they
there
pose.
it is.
No,
Whirlpool
not like that.
nearby you.
Whirlpools are not specially stirred up by anyone. Rather, they form on their own due to internal processes. Currents in a body of water collide and thereby they create circular flows that are made stronger by the turbulence, as if the water is being turned inward. If there is a deep hole under the water, and above this hole tons of water are flowing from opposite directions towards each other, a vortex is created, and this is what a whirlpool actually is. Let's try to helpfully illustrate this principle with, oddly enough, a clockwork mechanism. As we explain, you'll understand why we chose precisely this as an example. You can see how the tireless little gears in a clockwork mechanism drive one another on.
The words they have used, the mechanisms, the time mechanism, clock mechanism and all, it will be very difficult for you to understand it. But I hope you all have seen what it is, what a whirlpool is and how deadly it is. Yes?
Ma'am, it is so dangerous.
Yes, it is very dangerous. It is very deadly. Okay. Next.
That's why we are from oceans and go ocean ship Titanic.
Yes, but no, it just bumped into an iceberg. So it sank into the sea. It did not come across, it was not this thing of a whirlpool. It did not come in contact with any whirlpool, beta. What happened to Titanic? It just hit an iceberg.
Real or a noble story?
No, it's a real story. It happened in 1914, year 1914. It happened somewhere then. And what happened? It had hit an iceberg, because of which the ship was broken. The ship was broken and it got the water filled it.
But the sailors of ship seen the ice cube from far away, but they see very small, so they say it is not that much that it can harm the ship.
They could not figure out the risk. They could not figure out it in advance. They could not foresee the problem. Okay, now coming back to the chapter, we were doing facts about oceans, right? So there are different facts about oceans. Then waves are formed due to effect of wind on water. Now we see that there are waves on the water. How are they formed? Due to the effect of wind.
Rain, wind and rain.
Very fast, the waves, they start forming in the seas and oceans. Arctic Ocean is almost covered with snow during winters. Now it is so cold in the Arctic Ocean that it is covered with snow only. And when it is covered with snow, what happens? I showed you those glaciers on the surface of water. Not today, but some time back when I showed you different pictures. While doing the chapter, glaciers are formed on the surface of these water bodies at cold places. The snow is...
When the level of oceans get higher, so it will be tsunami.
Yes. Now see, how are tsunamis caused? Earthquake under the sea leads to formation of tsunami. When earthquakes occur under the sea level, it causes tsunami. Okay, what are tsunamis? Tsunamis are formation of huge tidal waves. They are the formation of huge, big tidal waves. Waves, very strong waves, occur deep inside the sea. Then, oceans are home to many marine creatures. We know that in oceans, marine creatures live. Now, what are marine creatures? They are whales, dolphins, fish, crab, shark, and so many others.
Ma'am, some people say in ocean there are some unknown creatures that are undiscovered.
Yes, yes. There are some strange, some weird creatures also, marine creatures. You're right. Then, coming on to the next part, that is sea and river. Now, Akshar, read both of them, sea and river.
Sea. A sea is a large area of water, but it's not big as an ocean. Sea water is also salty. The Arabian Sea borders India on the west. River. A river is a body of fresh water flowing across the land. The source of a river is mostly from a mountain or a hill. It flows down as a stream and finally becomes broader as it enters the plains. Most rivers end in larger water bodies such as oceans. There are two types of rivers, snow-fed rivers and rain-fed rivers. Snow-fed rivers are formed due to the melting of snow or glaciers. The Ganga is a snow-fed river. Rain-fed rivers are formed due to rainfall. Tapi and Narmada are the rain-fed rivers.
Okay, very nice. Now, the next thing is, after oceans, the next water body is sea. Now, sea are also very big, but they are not as big as oceans. Sea water is again salty like ocean waters. And one example of sea, what they have given is the Arabian Sea. That is on the west of India. That lies to the west of India. Can you name any other sea, children, apart from Arabian Sea?
Ma'am, I can't understand the difference between sea and ocean.
You can't understand the difference between sea and
ocean?
Okay. Now, beta, what are seas? Seas are also water bodies. They are very big. They are very vast. But oceans are bigger than seas. That is the only difference. There is no such difference. Oceans are bigger than seas. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Just wait. Okay, then next we have, how is the sea water? Sea water is again salty like ocean water. Yes, I asked you, can you give me any example of sea?
Ma'am, I can.
Yes, give.
Ma'am, first can be Red Sea and third can and other one can be South China Sea.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Red Sea, South
Ma'am,
China Sea, and Mediterranean Sea. Yes?
ma'am, can I tell 4 points of fact about ocean?
Yes, tell Unsha.
The first point is our ocean cover more than 70% of the Earth's surface.
Yes, correct.
The majority of life on Earth is aquatic.
Okay.
Ma'am, third point is less than 5% of the planet's ocean have been explored.
All right.
The world's longest mountain chain is underwater.
Okay, that's an interesting fact. The world's longest chain of mountains is underwater.
Ma'am, this is possible. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
How
beta.
it can be possible? Mountain range in the water.
I don't know now how is that.
Yes, ma'am.
But when she's reading, where are you reading it out from?
Ma'am, Ma'am, she's reading from Google.
You're reading from Google or you have some book?
No, ma'am. I don't have book because I am come in my grandmother's house.
Okay, fine. Very
And
good.
ma'am, I am tell you my points in my mind.
Okay, good, beta, good. Now, after reading about these oceans and seas, what are rivers? Now, a river is a body of fresh flowing water. What do we see in rivers? The water keeps flowing. A body of fresh flowing water is called a river. Then the source of river is a mountain or a hill. Where do rivers come from? They arise from mountains or hills. Like so many rivers originate from the Himalayas. River Brahmaputra, River Ganga, they all arise from the Himalayas. They are called snow-fed rivers. When the snow melts on the mountains, it forms various rivers. They are called snow-fed rivers. While there are other rivers which are called rain-fed rivers. Now, what are rain-fed rivers? Which are formed only during the rains, during the monsoon season. Like, for example, there are two examples given of rain-fed rivers, which are Tapi and Narmada. They are the rain-fed rivers. Now, who will read the next? Charitra Pratap. Read out what a lake and a bay is. Hurry up. Charitra, are you there? No, Charitra is not there. Then who is there? Alankrita Yadav is there. Alankrita is also not there. Arshika is there. These children.
Some children cameras are on.
Yes, these children are only in the class for their name's sake. Otherwise, there is no participation, no involvement, nothing. You people are not even.
Ma'am, I think they are for attendance.
Only for attendance, you people come in the class. You don't participate at all, which is very bad, beta. Next, okay, Manya, beta, you only read.
A lake is a body of water surrounded by land on all sides. Dale, Waller, Loctor, and
Dal, Zular,
Chilka.
Loktak, and Chilka.
Chilka a few examples. Bay. A bay is a large body of water contacted to an ocean or sea, formed by a inlet of land. It normally has a wide month. The Bay of Bengal is an example.
Okay.
What is inlet?
Inlet is beta like when something enters. Now in a bay, what it is, a bay is connected to ocean only. But there is an inlet of land that is there in the water body. Along that inlet, that area is called a bay. Okay, like in Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal is connected to Indian Ocean. That we all know, correct? Now there is inlet of land over there. Now which land? The southern part of India. The southern part of India is moving into that water body from Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. So towards the east of India, it is Bay of Bengal. That kind of a water body that is connected to the ocean and has inlet of land is called a bay. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then next we have a lake. Now what kind of a water body is a lake? Lake is a water body that is surrounded with land on all four sides.
Ma'am, but we have done the lake.
Yes, I know we have done the lake. I'm just explaining it to you.
Yeah, ma'am.
What a lake is, what a bay is, that we have done. Now, start doing this. Start reading a strait. Akshaj, you will read.
Strait. A strait is a narrow channel of sea joining two larger expanses of water. The Palk Strait is located between Tamil Nadu and India, and the northern part of Sri Lanka is connected the Bay of Bengal in the northeast with Palk Bay in the southwest.
Okay, very nice. Now, in the previous chapter, we studied about isthmus. What an isthmus is. What is an isthmus? It is a narrow strip of land that joins two larger lands. Similarly, a strait is a narrow channel of sea that joins two larger water bodies.
And what is between of it?
What is?
Between of it.
Between of this is a strait. See, I will show you in pictures which area is called a strait. Just wait.
Yeah. Ma'am, means there are two bays and the between of the two bays is strait. Ma'am.
Akshat, beta, wait, just wait. Now see, we have two water bodies here and there.
Ma'am, where?
See here. I have shared screen. This picture, what do we see? That there are two big water bodies on the right and the left. And this is a small area through which, now this area through which it is going, water is passing. It is called a strait. Can you see this area? This area is called a strait. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, like
Yes,
ma'am. Also.
Yes. Like isthmus has got land in between, a narrow strip of land that joins two bigger lands. Strait is a narrow channel of sea joining two large seas. Is that fine?